Good morning, I'm Justin Michaels. The most important question, what will the weather be like for this morning's parade? Tim Kelly has us covered on that. Good morning, Tim.
Hi, Justin. I'm happy to report it's a fairly...
Our John Maroney is live outside Fenway Park. John, how are things out there this morning?
Things are building and the anticipation. Back to you.
All right, John Maroney live there at Fenway Park. We're going to head further down the parade route now to Copley Square, where the Red Sox are going to pause there at the finish line of the Boston Marathon. They're going to pay a small tribute to the victims, and that's where our Allie Donnelly is live this morning. Allie, what's the crowd feel down there right now?
Well, I'd say, Justin, it's picked up considerably. They've got a little bit still of a wait, Justin.
All right, Allie Donnelly, thank you very much. And we're going to head a little further down the parade route now to City Hall Plaza. Our Leslie Gaitis is live there this morning. And Leslie, are the crowds picking up like they are at Copley Square?
They are, and those buses that just went by Allie are for when those duck boats roll. Back to you.
All right, Leslie, about 3 hours to go. I'm sure it's going to continue to build. We'll continue to check back with you. Thank you very much. And if you are heading to the parade route this morning, there will be plenty of extra security, as you saw there, all keeping those fans safe. The MBTA is running extra trains. They're planning for a huge rush hour crowd, and the train is the best way to get down to this route. Don't take your cars, and backpacks, they're not prohibited, but you have to understand they're discouraged this morning, and there will be extra uniformed and also plainclothes officers at the crowd sites.
The extra security measures will be an enhanced police presence.
They did a hell of a job.
All right, and this is just not being watched here in Boston. The entire route is also being monitored from the MEMA bunker as well. And the best advice, get there early. Now, with the World Series behind them, Red Sox players have been making their rounds, finding ways to say thank you, of course, to the fans and soak in that title. Yesterday, Shane Victorino, the Flying Hawaiian, one of the heroes of the playoffs, signed hundreds of autographs meeting with fans at Macy's. And he talked about coming to Boston and bringing a World Series championship to this city in a year where so much has happened.
It's special, now to be considered a world champion here.
All right, now not only did he sign autographs, but Shane spent time talking to each and every fan who waited hours to see him. And during last night's event, Victorino was sporting a gold Boston Police badge pin. It was given to him just before the event. Superintendent William Gross tweeted out this picture of him wearing it on his lapel. Pretty cool there. And be sure to stay with NECN, also NECN.com, for live coverage of the Red Sox Rolling Rally. Watch it right here. We'll be on the air live through the entire parade all morning until the parade starts, until it ends, and on the Charles River as well. And coming up in our next half hour, Red Sox manager John Farrell is talking about the World Series win and also that locker room celebration. All right, we're going to head back to the parade route in just a moment, but first a little bit of news, also some of your weather. There's still some cleanup to do this morning after yesterday's strong winds knocked down trees, of course, all across the area, knocked out power for thousands of customers across New England. This is in Milton, Massachusetts now, a tree crashing into a home. A man was inside that house at the time. Thankfully, he wasn't hurt. And in Middleborough, Massachusetts, a 20-foot-high steeple on the Central Baptist Church, it did break free from its base and was basically just swinging in the wind. The fire department did stabilize it. They rigged up some ropes and then took it down. And we'll head now out to that big map on the wall. Tim, weather is everybody's question right now as they're heading out of their houses, heading to the parade route. What does it look like in Boston today?
Justin, yesterday that wind, more forecast next half hour.
Back to the news now. We're following some breaking news out of Boston. Right now, police are investigating a stabbing involving multiple victims. It happened just before 5 o'clock this morning on Leroy Street, and police say 6 people have been stabbed. 1 has life-threatening injuries, and the names of the victims have not been released. Of course, count on NECN for continuing coverage of that as we get more information into our newsroom. This morning, we are getting a better look at the man accused of opening fire at Los Angeles International Airport. Police have identified him as 23-year-old Paul Anthony Ciancia, a New Jersey native. He was living in L.A. Ciancia was taken into custody after he was shot by police. Now, Friday morning, Ciancia is accused of opening fire in a terminal, killing 1 TSA employee, injuring 2 others. Witnesses say he was specifically targeting TSA agents, and police say he carried a note saying, "Kill TSA." People in the terminal described the chaos as the first shots were fired.
I was putting my shoes in the...
Police were warned about Ciancia. His brother in New Jersey called authorities after getting text messages suggesting he was going to harm himself. LAPD were contacted but were unable to contact Ciancia. A TSA officer was killed in this shooting. The first TSA officer killed in the line of duty in the 12-year history of that agency. This morning, a high school teacher is on paid leave after getting caught in a child pornography sweep. 10 people have been arrested. Marblehead physics teacher William Morgan was released on personal recognizance after making an initial court appearance. The arrest has this community concerned.
It makes us more concerned.
Marblehead superintendent did release a statement saying, in part, pending the completion of our investigation, the employee has been placed on administrative leave, has been barred from any contact with Marblehead students, and has been barred from accessing any Marblehead public school buildings, property, or events. This morning, Ed Davis is not overseeing security in Boston as commissioner of the Boston Police Department. Friday was Davis's last day on the job. He announced plans to step down back in September. He was commissioner of the department for 7 years, and he became well known to the entire nation following the Marathon bombings in April. Davis has accepted a fellowship at the John F. Kennedy School of Government at Harvard University. Mayor Menino has appointed an interim police commissioner. William Evans will serve as police commissioner until Menino's replacement is appointed in 2014. Evans is a 31-year veteran of the department. He says he will continue to focus on crime prevention and reducing violent crime across Boston. Well, in just a few hours, the world champion Red Sox will be boarding duck boats and rolling that rally all the way through the city of Boston, and they will be rolling past dozens of downtown businesses, as you know. Many are actually opening early and preparing for big crowds.
We've been ordering extra.
All right, so the Rattlesnake Bar, it's going to open for breakfast this morning. It sits right along the Boylston stretch of the parade route, and so will the Tip Tap Room. It's near City Hall Plaza. All of them hoping to bring in big parties and translate that into big bucks. And LL Bean is making an iconic red boot, custom fitted for every Red Sox player and also Red Sox staff member. They are red and they feature a commemorative logo celebrating the World Series champs. Take a look at them on your screen. Also in recognition of the Red Sox achievement, of course. Right now, the red boots are not on sale to the general public. We'll let you know if they are. And we continue to count down to the start of the 2013 Red Sox parade. It's just a few hours away. What do we have here? About 2.5 hours away until the start there at Fenway Park. The team will start that rally at Fenway Park. Here's the route for you. Take a look. The duck boats will then take the players down Boylston Street and across the marathon finish line. Now, the team plans to do something they say is going to be small, brief, and poignant to honor the victims of April's bombings. And the boats will eventually take a dive into the Charles River after passing City Hall. And now for the most important question, what's the weather going to be like? Tim Kelly has the answer. Tim?
Well, the sun is kind of shining through the clouds. And
all right, our coverage this morning starts where the parade will actually start. Our John Maroney is live at Fenway Park. John, how is it down there? The crowds are building, I guess.
They are building indeed, Justin.
John Maroney live there at Fenway. We'll check back shortly. And we went ahead a little further down that parade route for you to Copley Square. That's where our Allie Donnelly is live. And Allie, every time we come back to you, the crowd behind you gets a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. It's getting exciting, I can only imagine.
It is, and it will be a small tribute, but a poignant one, Justin.
And Allie, last time we were with you about a half hour ago, we saw those buses roll right past you, eventually ending up down there at Government Center where Leslie Gatiss is. Have you seen the security continue to grow since you've been there?
Yes, we have. We've seen, obviously, we go across the street here. If Mike can zoom in, there are officers.
Let's head to Leslie Gatiss now. She is at Government Center there, the City Hall Plaza. And Leslie, we saw those buses full of Boston police arrive. Did they disperse throughout the area? What's it like there now?
They have dispersed throughout the area where they all get to see him. Back to you, Justin.
All right, Leslie, thanks so much. We'll be checking back in with you throughout the morning. And we're going to head live now to Fenway Park just for a live look to show you one of those duck boats. Take a look at that patriotic duck boat ready specifically for the Red Sox Rolling Rally 2013 parade. It's going to set off here in about 2 hours and 15 minutes. NECN is your one-stop shop for everything Rolling Rally. We'll have coverage throughout the day.